So in this recipe, it's called Zöldbableves in Hungarian. It's green bean stew, and it's a really delicious soup for the end of summer. So what we're going to do is we're cooking 700 grams of green beans that have been washed and cut into bite-sized pieces. And so these are going to cook for 20 to 40 minutes covered, just with enough water to cover them. In the meantime, we're chopping parsley very finely. You want to chop the parsley as fine as possible, so I'm going to keep doing this until it's as small as can be. And I used a whole bunch of parsley, so an entire bouquet. The parsley is washed, but it doesn't really need to be thoroughly dried. You just want to get as much as you can separated from the stems. Some stems are okay. And kind of rinse it, get it clean, and just shake it to dry. Because it's going in a wet soup, you don't really need to dry the parsley. So we're just getting it as fine as possible. Also, this is a very quick soup. There's very few steps to it, you'll see. Here are the ingredients for the next part. Now we're going to make a roux with these ingredients. So first we're going to add 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil. And then we're going to add in 20 grams of flour to that and cook the flour till it's turning a little bit golden color. And then we're going to add in the garlic. So that's about 3 cloves of garlic pressed. And then we're going to take it off the heat and add some paprika. This is imported from Hungary. It's delicious, and it's from a Polish deli just put into this jar. So we are using then 14% sour cream. After it's taken off the heat, the paprika is added, and we're mixing that together. So these have been cooking for, I would say 30 minutes, almost 40, going on 40 minutes, and they're getting pretty tender. So we're going to just leave these be and get to the next step now. Okay, the 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil are hot in the pan. So I'm going to add the 20 grams of flour and just cook that until the flour changes color. So now I'm adding in the garlic, and that's going to simmer for about 2 minutes. I don't like it to get too cooked, so I kind of take it off the heat because I like that fragrant garlic to taste, you know, have a nice full taste in the soup. Still off the heat. Now the garlic is simmering in there. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of paprika, approximately. Maybe it's a little extra. And I'm going to stir that. And then finally, I'm going to add half a cup of sour cream to this. Just blending that sour cream into the roux with paprika. So you get that nice and consistent. Alright, so to this roux, I'm going to add some of the soup water so I can incorporate it at a more neutral temperature, closer temperature to the soup itself. So I'm just going to mix that thoroughly in. So I'm pouring it in now. So it's been incorporated with some of the soup, or the green bean water. So now at this point, after pouring in that roux, I'm adding all the parsley, and we're going to cook the soup for another 2 minutes, and then we're going to add about a tablespoon of vinegar to finish that off in 2 minutes, and then you'll see what it looks like. So it's been 2 minutes, and I'm just going to finish this off with some white vinegar. Just get that in there. And I've seasoned it with salt and pepper to taste. So yeah, let's take a look at the finished soup. So this type of soup is usually paired with something like called fichirt, I guess. It's ground meat, patties. Also, this is a very kid-friendly soup because this vegetable is very tender and soft, and it's a very mild tasting soup. So let me just taste it. Perfect.